What's good, my fellow Titans? It's your boy Life with Ty. Welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the team. And don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't forget to click that bell. Click that bell, baby. So that way you won't miss any more videos that I have that's on the way. So, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get up in this video. I'm living my life like it's golden. 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 Okay, y'all, so I know y'all probably been wondering where I've been the last couple of weeks. I'ma just say life's just been real busy. I know y'all probably be thinking that y'all nigga been lost, but guess what? Y'all nigga been found. Alright, so without further ado, let's just go ahead and do the video. By the title of this video, you can tell that yes, I am going to be talking about my dumbest, and I mean my dumbest mistake. Me hanging with a stranger. So I'm just going to ask y'all, have any of y'all made that kind of mistake to where y'all go hanging with a stranger and you don't know nothing about them, you don't know their intentions, nothing like that? You just go and pick them up, and then all of a sudden, you know, the day just goes on. So I'm going to just go ahead and just do a story time about that. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. Okay, y'all. So this story time takes place back in the year of 2015, I think. Okay, so I went to go, I was at home one night, right? And I was just scrolling down my Facebook, and I told a coworker of mine happy birthday because at that time I was working at McDonald's. So this guy who I don't even know from a can of paint, didn't even know that his little black behind even existed. He just wrote DM me on my Facebook all of a sudden telling me, "You didn't tell me happy birthday." And I'm like, okay, I don't really know you, but still happy birthday to you. His birthday been gone. His birthday was like a few days ago, or the previous day. So anyhow, we talked a little bit after that. I guess he started inboxing me more after that and stuff like that. He was asking about wanting to hang out and chill and stuff like that. And yes, when I say chill, no, I'm not talking about the nasty kind of chill. I ain't talking about that part. I'm just talking about chilling, just going to hang out, going to the bowling alley and stuff like that. So this dude, I'm gonna just go ahead and call him. We gonna call him Crazy Bird because this dude was crazy. Okay, so Crazy Bird started inboxing me, telling me about his birthday, so on, yada yada yada, bloop bloop bloop, poop poop poop. So we made plans to just go ahead and chill and hang out. I was like, well, he's asking me about hanging out, so I'll just go ahead and I'll just chill with him. So I went ahead and did that. This dude, he lives in Lake City, which is about a 30-minute trip from where I live at. So I went ahead and go pick them up. I picked them up, drove from Lake City, drove back to my town, and for that day we hung out, we chilled, we hung at the bowling alley most of the day. So most of the day I wasn't home. So I had to go and check on my mom for a little while. So I got back home. I invited the dude to come in the house and come and sit for a little bit to get up, to get up out the heat, get up out that rain because it was trying to rain too. So I introduced him to my mom, but then the dude had to go outside or something like that. Something that what happened. She was asking him questions and everything, just like a protective mother would do over her young child. She was asking him questions and everything, and I think one time he had to go outside. I guess he had to take a call or something. I don't know. This was like some years ago. So my mom started asking me questions, about was me and this dude doing anything? Were we involved in any type of way? Because my mom was actually thinking that me and him was doing something. I'm like, no, we are not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm not interested in that nigga like that. I don't want that nigga. You know, all we doing is just hanging out. We chilled at the bowling alley. That's pretty much it. I'm just hanging with him. We not doing nothing. I don't want to do nothing with him. That's not in my mind. I'm not interested in that. So I was telling my mom that, and she was like, just make sure you be careful because you don't know him like that. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm making sure I be careful. So when I went to go pick him up, I'm a backtrack a little bit. When I went to go pick him up, he said that he had gas money. I'm gonna repeat that. He said he had gas money. So I'm like, okay, I'll go ahead and I'll come and get you. So I went to go get him. On the way bringing him back to my town, he waited until we was already halfway back to Florence to tell me that he didn't have any gas money. So I'm like, okay, so I picked you up from Lake City, which is about 30 minutes away from where I stay. I'm kind of low on gas, and you waiting until now to tell me that you ain't got no gas money? Now I gotta spend all of my money to put gas back in my car. I think all I had was about it was my last $20 too. That was all I had. It was my last $20. So it was about close to nighttime when I was bringing them back home. So I put all my $20 in it, and then another red flag that I kept having throughout the whole entire day, even when I picked them up earlier that day, I had a tire on my car that was bad. That was when I was driving my little white Chevy. So I had a tire on the car that was bad, and I kept getting a feeling to not drive too far out of town and you got a bad tire. So on the way driving him back to Lake City, the tire on my car actually blew, and I think it was somewhere in Scranton or Coward. No, I think it was in Scranton. So we was on the side road for a little while. I didn't know who to call. I was kind of panicking. I was kind of scared. So I didn't know who to call. I tried calling friends. I tried calling the tow truck. Nobody could come. So the tow truck came, but it was a Lake City tow truck. The dude ended up getting a ride back home in the tow truck, but the tow truck had to drop me off at a gas station in Scranton. So I was stuck at that gas station for like hours. And I had to go to work that next morning. So the dude had a ride going back home, but I was stranded. I didn't know what to do. I tried calling friends. I tried calling my apostle, and so I had my last thing I had to do. I had to call my aunt and uncle. I called my aunt because I didn't want to talk to my uncle because I know that he was gonna fuss his head off at me for some days about it. So, but he ended up still picking me up, and let me tell you, he was mad, and he was just fussing, 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 fussing. That's all he do is just fuss, 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 fuss. That's why I don't like dealing with him. So he was fussing pretty much the whole way taking me home. So the police, they went to my mom's house and they knocked on, that's me knocking. They knocked on the door letting my mom know that I was stuck in Scranton. My mom started to kind of panic a little bit because she was thinking that the police was coming to her to tell me that I was dead. So thank God, praise the Lord, I wasn't dead. So my uncle was telling me, that dude could have knocked me upside my head and took my car and left me on the side of the road. The dude could have did anything to me. He could have killed me or something like that. But I thank God none of that went down. So he had to come pick me up in the gas station. He took me home. My mom was kind of upset too, but she was just thanking God that I was still alive, that I was back home with her. And she said, Taquan, next time you got to be careful. And I know now when you have a car and you got a tire on your car, you got work on your car that got to be done, and you plan on driving out of town, work on your car first before you take that trip out of town. So that was my lesson right there. I'm not driving anywhere out of town until I get work done on my car. So the next day, I went to work. On my lunch break, my uncle, who came and picked me up from Scranton, he called me again. He called me just to fuss at me some more. And I was like, okay, listen, if all you're going to do is just fuss, I'm going to hang up this phone. I already feel bad enough, okay? I feel bad enough about what happened. My car had to get towed to Lake City. I had to leave my car in Lake City. I was without a car for about 2 days. So I was like, look, I already feel bad enough already, okay? If you're going to do nothing but fuss, then I'm going to just hang up the phone. So he fussed again. Then I hung up the phone. So I had to try to find someone else to take me up there. My uncle said he was going to take me up to Scranton to get my car back. But I already knew he was going to end up fussing at me the whole entire time. And I ain't felt like hearing that. Because if it was the old me, I would have been cussed him out, told him to shut up. So I got my ex-boy. Oh, Lord, forgive me, Jesus. Mm, mm, mm. Lord, forgive me, Jesus. Correct that. My ex-girlfriend. I had a girlfriend. Okay. I had to correct myself just now. Lord Jesus, don't strike me down. But my ex-girlfriend who I was dating at the time. So her stepdad, and I thank God for him too, you know, he really did help me in some ways. He really did. Her family had so much love for me, and I thank God for that. So anyhow, her stepdad took me to Lake City to go and get my car. I had to get another tire put on. I think I paid for the tire or he paid for the tire. I forgot what happened. I think I paid for the tire. So I got another tire put on. Oh, my mom went with us too. No. Hold on. I think one day I went to Lake City to look at the car, get it checked out and everything. And I think another day my mom rode with us. Or was it that Monday? My mom rode with us. I'm trying to remember. My mom rode with us to go and get my car. So she didn't want me to be by myself. And I just want to say, I do thank God for having a mother who was protective like she was, because she protected me from a lot of stuff. So a lot of things that a mother would do for her young, would do for her children, a lot of things that she would do is actually for your survival, to make sure that you survive. So she went with us. And my ex-girlfriend's stepdad dropped me and my mom off over there. We got the tire put on. I drove my car back home the same day. Me and mom, thank God, like, we was over it, you know, we didn't bring it up, you know. We talked about it a little bit, but I said, Mom, I'm never doing this again. If I know that I'm driving out of town to go pick up a friend or to go hang with somebody, and I know that I got a bad tire on my car, or my car got some work that need to be done, I am not driving out of town. I do not trust it. I don't care if anybody asks me to drive out of town to go see them. If I got to get work done, I ain't coming to see you. So we drove back home. It was over with and done. And then I went back to work. My coworkers already know who this person was, because this person used to work with them at that same McDonald's that I was working at before I got there. He was already working there before I got there. Worked at the same job and everything. Most of the people at the job did not like him because he was so crazy. That's why I call him Crazy Bird. This nigga was crazy. Crazy! Crazy. Like, you just don't... I'ma just tell you this, and I ain't trying to edit all the dude business out and stuff like that, but I'ma just go ahead and I'ma just say this. It was times to where he was actually pretending to be a shift manager at a McDonald's that he wasn't even working at, pretending to be the manager, actually hiring people to work at this McDonald's. He was pretending to be the manager. He got locked up for that junk. He was locked up in jail. So I don't know what was going through this dude's head to where he was pretending to be the manager, hiring people. And this is a McDonald's that he wasn't even working at. He was not in the system. He wasn't even working there. And he was the manager pretending to hire people. And he got himself locked up for that. And then one day when I was at work, when I was preparing to get off, or I was on my lunch. No, I was preparing to get off. The dude gonna text me. I think he either wrote me on Facebook or inboxed me on Facebook Messenger. He wanted me to pay his phone bill for him. So he was asking me for about $40, $50. I'm like, what you need that for? He was like, I need you to pay my phone bill. And I'm like, man, nigga, forget it. I'm not paying your bill. And he was like, well, why not? I need my phone on. And I'm like, dude, don't you have a job? Don't you got a job somewhere? Why are you asking me to pay your bill? I'm not paying your bill for you. I'm not responsible for your phone. I'm not financially responsible for you. I'm not about to be taking care of anybody else. Now, if you need help on something, and if I was close to you, or if you was my nigga, or if we was romantically involved in some kind of way, then I'll see about paying your phone bill. But other than that, I'm not responsible for you. I'm not paying your bill. I don't have people come to me asking me to put groceries in their house. I don't have people ask me to pay their doggone rent. I'm not responsible for you. I'm not financially responsible. I'm not taking care of anybody else because shoot, it was times to where when I needed help, guess what? Y'all let me sit in the dark. Y'all let me sit with no water and stuff like that. Y'all ain't helped me when I needed help, so I ain't about to be responsible for anybody else because I'm not taking care of anybody else that's grown. Now, if you and me actually did something in the past or something like that, or if we done got romantically involved or done messed around, done did something, yeah, I'm being real about that part. We done did something, and guess what? Yeah, I'm going to do that for you. But other than that, I ain't doing nothing. So I straight up told that dude that I'm not helping you. I'm not giving you no money. And I tell that to anybody who try to ask me for money. Now, if it's something that you really need help with, and I'm really close to you like that, then I'll see about helping you if I got it. Now, if I don't know you like that, and I don't trust you like that, I ain't about to help you. I'm sorry. Because now I'm learning who to help. You can't help everybody. Because it's a lot of people, if you try helping them one time, they're going to try using you all the time. And I don't have people do me like that. With me, I don't do people like that. I ask you for help probably one time and then that's it. I try not to ask you for no more help. Now, the only people who I do try to ask for help for is probably someone in my family or a really, really, really close friend of mine. And I do thank God for the people that's in my circle. Anyhow, I'm getting off the subject. So, I'm just saying, after that, I never heard from the dude again. We was friends on Facebook, but then he don't post or anything like that. So that's pretty much the whole entire story about what happened between me and Crazy Bird. Hanging with a stranger. I'm gonna just put it to you like this: if you don't know the person all that well, you don't trust them yet, you don't know their intentions, don't hang with that person. At least get to know them over the phone first. And then see about meeting that person. Or if you go meet somebody, make sure you bring a friend or two with you. Bring a couple people with you. Because you don't know how people's intentions is nowadays. All this shooting and killing that's going on. You don't even know if someone's going to have an intention of actually shooting you nowadays. With me, I be careful. With me, now, I watch my back everywhere I go. You can't trust nobody out here. I don't trust nobody out here like that. The only people I do trust is my church family and my blood family. And probably a few friends. I don't even have that many friends. It's a lot of people that claim to be my friends, but guess what? Y'all just associates. My circle is small. My trust is real low for a lot of people nowadays. So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bloop bloop cut this story off right here. If you did like this story, give it a thumbs up. Hope you had a snack and you chilled it later on back. I hope you had some popcorn and some chocolate. That sounds good. But anyhow, I'm about to go ahead and end this thing. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Alright? Peace.